So it wasn't that they were physically like in the kitchen, they were in the wall. So obviously as they're trying to walk through to wherever they're trying to get to, unfortunately, I'm not an exterminator. I shall not be going and searching for something.
Pulling up, being on swerving. Bad bitch pushing on curving. Run it up like a nigga earning. Gotta check, now a nigga smurfing. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows. Pull up in a rose, now she wanna roll. Everybody talking, but they coming to the shows.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's IZZA and we're back in the building in the gap. Okay, before we begin, make sure you subscribe. Why? Because I upload a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday without fail. For today's video, I'm back again with another unique video, but this one is a story time. This story time is about these rats, these mice, these little things on the floor that was really running around in my gaff. How it escalated, what happened. We had exterminators, they were running around in the kitchen, people had to move out of their beds. It was just a lot. So if you guys want to know what happens in this story time, please watch to the end, and without further ado, let's begin. So there was one day, it was towards the beginning of the year, and I remember I thought I saw something just run across the kitchen, because I must have gone into the kitchen and it was in the morning and it was dark, and I must have turned on the lights and walked in, and I could have sworn I saw a little mouse. But I don't get like scared about those things unless other people are scared. I don't get scared. So I was like, nah, I'm bugging. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm probably just daydreaming. So I didn't think anything of it. I didn't say anything to anyone, especially because my housemates, they are terrified of mice and rats, and they just don't. No. Me and my Ivorian self, I've seen a couple of, you know, creatures on the floor before, so, you know. Fast forward, I'd probably say like 2 months or a month or something like that, I don't know. I must have been just chilling in my room, living my best life, and then I hear this scream. Like, I hear this high-pitched soprano scream, and I was like, okay, that's Alicia. So she's like, Isabelle, come in, come, like, somebody come, somebody help. So I'm thinking, bro, like, somebody's broken into the house, somebody's done something, like, oh, we need to square up, let me bring my, you know, my gear and everything. I go into the kitchen. Why is my girl standing on the sofa? And I was like, sis, what's wrong? She's like, I literally just saw a mouse run across the floor. Obviously, don't get me wrong, mice are scary. I don't like them. Nobody likes them. I mean, if you like them, that's a you issue. Where did it go? She said, it just ran underneath there. Just get it. I was like, unfortunately, I'm not an exterminator. I shall not be going and searching for something. Like, I'm the kind of person, if you don't want to see it, just don't look for it. So anyway, she was there for like a good 5 minutes just on the sofa, did not move. So the issue was, I live in a house of 17 people. Yes, I know, I've said it before, I live in a house of 17 people. We have a kitchen on each floor, and there's like 5 floors or 4 floors, and I have my own bathroom, so I'm Gucci. But because of that, there are 17 worth of rubbish that needs to be taken out and put in the garden and like given to the bin bin, right? The bins were full and we need to take them out. But Storm Dennis came and said, oh, I'm actually going to make it a bit sticky for you. I'm going to make it a bit of a pandemic for you. Dennis really huffed and puffed and blowed the freaking bins and everything down. So there was rubbish just everywhere scattered in the garden. The fence was broken. It was awful. I don't remember whose turn it was to take out the bin, but the bin was not taken out. So now the bins were overflowing. The rubbish was all over the garden. And then on top of that, people were still putting their rubbish by the bins to take them out for the next week or whenever the rubbish bin was going to next be taken out. That's going to be inviting some, you know, some creatures of the night into the place. Now the other thing is that we found out later on that next door had like a rat problem. Like the houses next door to us had like a rat problem. Don't know whether it was a myth. I don't believe it was. I do believe it was true. I'm not gonna lie to you. So because of that, the rats was really feasting and living their life running about the gaff, and just it was very scary. Because of that, Alicia, she was like, are you dumb? What? There's no way I'm living with other creatures. If you're not human, you're not living here. So obviously she hit up our landlord. She was like, yo, can you do something about it, because I don't want another pet. I don't need a pet right about now, so can you do something about it? Our landlord said, okay, cool, I'm gonna get some exterminators to come in. Can I just actually make a disclaimer? Can I let people know, exterminators aren't here to actually exterminate the freaking mice, because the exterminators that really came put 1-2 rat poison and 1 trap, and then they left. Are we okay? I never saw a rat unless it was outside. I never saw a rat unless it was outside. Do you think if we had rats in my house, you think I would stay there? Absolutely pandemic, no way. So because we had a mice problem, rat poison, I don't really know how it works, you know, whatever. So basically, one of my housemates, she lived right next to the kitchen, so she was like the most at risk, and bless her, she was probably the most scared, right? So we were just living our life one day, and I can't remember, I think we were just chilling in, she was chilling in her room, I was chilling in my room, and I think I heard a scream or something happen, and then she was like, no, I can hear it, I'm not staying in my room, I'm leaving, no, we're not doing that. My girl packed her bags, she went upstairs to my other housemate's floor and stayed with her for a couple of days. What was so interesting was upstairs, like not the floor above me, but the floor above me, they had a kitchen. Now, I don't like to, you know, come for people and their hustle and their things and whatnot, yeah. But there were certain people or a certain person, I don't know exactly, whose upbringing was slightly different. There was one girl, one of my housemates, Kirsty. This girl, she was actually top woman. You think you can leave mess around in her kitchen? Absolutely not. She used to keep that kitchen spotless, super tidy, no games, nothing. The only issue was they had like a massive heap of rubbish, of like recycling rubbish, which was meant to be taken out, I'm sure, but it looked like it'd been there for a year, like it hadn't been taken out. So there was loads of empty cartridges, loads of empty bins, whatnot, and all of this stuff in it. So obviously that's going to attract the mice into the place. So the problem was, it wasn't that our kitchen was dirty, our kitchen was clean, I'm not going to lie to you, but because you have access to the whole house, if one person's room is dirty, or one person's kitchen or one person's floor is dusty, the whole house has got it. Because you can go from the 5th floor all the way down to the basement. I believe the person upstairs, there was somebody upstairs who just didn't know how to clean, who just didn't know how to take out their rubbish and just was leaving so many crumbs and rubbish about, which is obviously going to bring home the mice. I remember one day I left for uni, I started uni at 8 AM, so it was an early day, and I remember my housemate Kirsty, she was running late, but she got here on time, but she was like sprinting, she looked stressed, and I was like, yo, are you okay? And I looked at her and she was just like, you know when you look at someone's face and they're like, bruh, I'm about to lose it? So I was like, okay, cool, like just talk to me, what's going on? She could not sleep the whole night. She could hear the mice and stuff moving around at night because once again, she was the closest room to the kitchen on that floor. She had like a snack box and it was underneath her bed, I think. And then she pulled it out and she was so nervous, but she got her other housemates to come take it out, and they were going through it to see if, you know, Rodriguez. We called, okay, this is gonna sound so mad, but we called the mice Rodriguez. But she pulled it out and she was looking through. She had crisp packets and there were holes in her crisp packets. So obviously she didn't like, rah, there was a mouse in my room and I was sleeping in that room. Well, I couldn't even sleep because I could just hear the scratching and all of the sounds. And obviously that's gonna scare the living daylights out of you and it's not comfortable, it's not nice. So obviously she was tired, she was exhausted, she was like annoyed, she was worried, feeling all these emotions, she just broke down. Now we got some guy who wasn't an exterminator, he was just a regular builder, and he must have come with like, you know, the things that you can do to fill the holes. So he must have done that. See, I'm not a builder, you know, I don't know how jobs are meant to be done. But it just didn't really seem like it was done properly. Like there was just a lot of foam on the outside more than there was on the inside, you know, covering the holes and stuff. So anyway, my housemate, she's still not living, like sleeping in her room because, are you dumb? Are you dizzy? Are you what? Correct yourself, please. Until we catch it, I'm not sleeping in that room. So we managed to catch one. I won't say how we caught it because I'm not trying to get people in trouble. I'm not involved. But let's just say we used a mouse trap. And so obviously because of that, we didn't want to hang out in the kitchen. Like, our kitchen was our hangout area. Like, we used to go, we used to drink there, we used to play games, all of that. We did not want to play, like, we did not want to stay in our kitchen, because why are we chilling with Rodriguez? Like, I'm okay, I'll just stay in my room. So obviously, like, socially, we didn't really like hang out as much, which was jarring. I hadn't seen Rodriguez in a while, they hadn't seen Rodriguez, we hadn't heard Rodriguez, so we was like, oh, it's worked. We caught him, bye bye, see you later. Great. Me and my housemates, we were chilling in the kitchen, and then we literally simultaneously got up and ran out the kitchen, and that was it. So it wasn't that they were physically like in the kitchen, they were in the wall. So obviously, as they're trying to walk through to wherever they're trying to get to, and basically underneath the oven there was like a small hole and there was a small gap. So we were like, no, we need to cover it up. We didn't have any foam, the exterminators weren't going to come round again, the builder, he wasn't going to come round again. So we said, what we're going to do? We're going to DIY. Listen, don't ask me what we were thinking, but at the moment in time, desperate times call for desperate bloody measures, in it. We found like this plank of wood, like a cardboard wood. It was like long and thin. We put it up against the oven. So if this is the oven, and then there, like, this is the gap between the floor and the oven, and then there was like a hole on this side. We put a plank of wood like here, and then to keep it up, we got bricks from outside and then stacked the bricks so that it would stay like that. And then we put sellotape around the hole. And when I mean sellotape, I mean like your everyday primary school sellotape that you use to freaking stick stuff together. Like, after we did that, I don't think I saw another sighting after we did that. But just before we did that, I remember, I think we had been like chilling in the kitchen more. My housemate came, they saw it and they started screaming to the point where the whole house, all 17 people in the house, or like whoever was left, could hear. So then we had people from upstairs come down, they locked the kitchen. They had to move the fridge because it had ran behind the fridge. They moved it, and then the mouse ran across the room. So obviously they were scared and stuff. And then we just put up so many traps. We tried to catch it. I don't know if we caught it or not. But after we put that plank of wood up, Rodriguez was nowhere to be seen, because I was the last person on my floor to leave. And I left on the Monday. And Monday morning, I could just hear scratching, right? I don't have any holes in my room, like they were all sealed up, or like I don't have any holes that lead from another room into my room. So I could hear scratching, and it was really like, it was driving me insane. Like, I was really scared. So I started putting like the rat repellent sounds or the mice repellent sounds, and I could still hear the scratching. So I thought maybe it was like stuck in the floorboard. I got my pillow and I started whacking it up and down, whacking it all over my room. You must have thought I was on crack. I was hitting the walls, because once again I was like, oh, maybe it's through the walls. And my room is attached to the next house. I can't remember, I think I just slept after a while and it was gone, the sound was gone, and you know, I moved out. So yeah, I have so many more like uni story times, but they're more like short stories, so tell me if you guys want to know. Like, there was a time when I nearly set the kitchen on fire. There was a time when our next door neighbors stole our freaking bench. Like, we've been through a lot. So let me know if you guys want to see or hear any more of these uni story times, and I will do them for you. Yeah. So guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I enjoyed filming it, so if I enjoyed filming it, you enjoyed watching it, so give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see, and if I do film your video, you will be getting your own personal shouts out. Share this video with at least one person, because if you all did that, we'd be past our goal of 1K and on to a new goal of 10K, baby. Please share this to anybody who's actually going to uni, because they need to know about these stuff. Make sure to follow me on my social media. I leave it right here for daily updates, to see another side of my life, and to submit your questions for my Random Talk series. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just click this video right here and it will give you all the information about the series and what it is that I do. Make sure to watch my last video, it's right over here. As always, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.
I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday. I heard the man say one day I don't play from Monday to Sunday.